Okay, so today I'm going to be ranking Gilmore Girls ships from a tier list that I found online. I rewrote the tiers, but the images were like all there. The tiers are the epitome of love itself, absolutely perfect, not perfect, but close. We support, not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad, and a crime against humanity. So our first ship is Lane and Zach. I feel like I support them, but Zach's just like a pretty mid character and I didn't really like him, so I don't want to put them any higher. Next, we have Christopher and Sherry. I feel like if Lorelai didn't exist, they could have been good together, but he was just like still in love with Lorelai, I guess. So I'm gonna say not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad, just because I feel like they could have been worse, but they definitely weren't good. So next we have Luke and Anna. I'm like trying to picture them dating when they're younger, and I like can't picture it. I'm gonna say not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad as well, just because like they did have a kid together, so I don't know. But yeah, I didn't like them. Next we have Paris and Doyle. I support them, but they're like pretty annoying. Like Doyle is so annoying. I don't like him at all, but they are good together, so yeah. Next we have Paris and Jamie. He deserved way better, because like I just watched the episode where they broke up and she was literally cheating on him with someone who is 3 times her age, and then she broke up with him over the phone. Like who does that? So I'm gonna say not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad, just because at first I think that they did like care about each other, and he definitely cared about her, like he came to visit her, but she just like lost feelings and didn't break up with him, which was pretty weird, and like I didn't like them. Next we have Babette and Maury. I think I'm saying his name right. I feel like I'm not, but I support them. I can't put them any higher just because we don't really see their relationship, but from what I see, I definitely support them. Next we have Rory and Tristan. I kind of ship it, not gonna lie. I don't support them just because he was like a jerk to her at first, and like kind of was for like the whole her whole time at Chilton, but they weren't the worst thing ever, and I feel like I could kind of see it. Next we have Kirk and Lulu. I feel like they were top tier. Just they were so perfect together, and I feel like even if you find them to be the most annoying couple, like they're still perfect together, you know? So next we have Jess and his girlfriend. I don't remember her name. And her whole purpose was to make Rory jealous, so that already kind of docks points. I'm just gonna say they're not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad. I'm putting a bunch of couples there, but I mean, like, I feel like everyone kind of fits into that category. So next we have Emily and Richard. They're top tier. Like, they're so perfect together. Like, all the times when Richard was at the hospital, like, you could truly see how much Emily cared about him. And throughout the show, you could see, like, how much he cared about her. And they were really good together. Next, we have Luke and Nicole, I think was her name. I, like, just, like, kind of looked them up because I wasn't sure who she was. And I'm pretty sure it said her name was Nicole. They were a crime against humanity. I don't understand how they started dating. They made no sense together. Just no. And didn't she cheat on him? So, yeah. Next we have Paris and that old professor guy. So, by far the worst relationship on the show. I don't think anybody ships them together. That's just disgusting. And weird and just no. So next we have Liz and TJ. TJ is my least favorite character on the show. But I do see them together, so I'll just say I support, but I don't really like them. Like, I like Liz, I guess, but TJ as a character really annoys me, so. Next we have Suki and Jackson. I'm gonna say not perfect but close, just because he lied about having a vasectomy. Jackson kind of annoyed me throughout the whole show, but I mean, they were still perfect together until he lied about that, because that's not something to lie about. So next we have Luke and Rachel. From what I can remember, because I haven't rewatched the show in a while, they were really good together. So I'm just gonna say not perfect but close. I think I liked them together from what I can remember. Okay, so next we have Rory and Logan. For me, they were in game. I loved them so much. I think that Logan pushed Rory out of her comfort zone, and they brought out the best in each other. I like love them. And also, I don't usually like watching Rory, but I liked her in like scenes that they had together because their banter was so good, and I like loved them. So next we have Lane and Dave. I support them. I feel like Dave was almost too perfect, but he did try really hard to like impress Mrs. Kim, and you could tell they really cared about each other. But yeah, I really liked them. Next we have Lucy and Marty. They were a crime against humanity because Lucy deserved way better. Marty was such a jerk to her, and it was such a one-sided relationship too. I really loved Lucy, and I really hated Marty, so it was not a good relationship at all. Next we have Dean and Lindsay. Lindsay deserved way better. I was so annoyed because the other day I saw a video where it was like a compilation or whatever of Dean and Rory, and all the comments were saying that Dean deserved way better, but like he had better. He had Lindsay, and then he like divorced her for Rory, basically, or he cheated on her and then she found out. It's just like, no. I don't know. I feel like their personalities, like if you just take Dean's personality and her personality, I feel like they could have been decent together, but so they weren't like a crime against humanity. But I'm just gonna say put them in the back of not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad. But no, they were awful. Like poor Lindsay. Next we have Rory and Dean. I think of their relationship as like 3 stages, I guess, because they start dating, they break up, they start dating, they break up, they start dating, they break up. So like the first time they were dating, it was really like sweet, and I kind of liked them. I wouldn't say I loved them, but I liked them. And then they broke up or Dean broke up with her over a really dumb reason. And then they started dating again, but like Rory had had feelings for Jess and was like emotionally cheating on him, and like Dean deserved better. And then, but like then in like the 5th season or whatever, when they started dating, they had like an affair, and it was just like no. And just because of that whole thing, I'm gonna put them in not the worst thing ever, but pretty bad. They were bad together, and I like I said, I did think Dean kind of deserved better than having Rory like literally have like feelings for Jess and everything, but like, you know, he was such a toxic boyfriend, and you know, it's like I said, he had Lindsay, he had better than Rory, but you know, that wasn't enough for him. So next we have I think that's Rory and Jess. I cannot tell. I think, yeah, that's Rory and Jess. They were, I'm gonna say not perfect, but close. I really liked them together, but obviously, like, I don't think it would have worked. But I definitely think that in, like, the 6th season, if Rory wasn't with Logan, they would have started dating again. Next we have Lorelai, and I have no idea who that is. I think his name, I don't know. I just know they like bonded over coffee and went on like 2 dates, I think. I don't know. I don't support them. That was weird. I'm just gonna say not the worst thing ever, pretty bad. Next we have Lorelai and Jason. That was for me a crime against humanity. I really did not like Jason at all, and I did not like them together at all. Like, it's not like Liz and TJ where I hate TJ, but I think that they were good together. They were not good together, so yeah, they're like bottom tier for me. So next we have Lorelai and Max. I feel like, I mean, yeah, they're the fourth tier. They're not the worst thing ever, but they're pretty bad. Like, he brought up the idea of marriage while they were fighting, which just felt like a power move to me. Like, they were fine, but I don't support them, so yeah, I'm just gonna put them there. Yeah, that's fine. So next we have Lorelai and Christopher. Again, like, they weren't the worst thing, but they were pretty bad just because, like, without them, like, Rory wouldn't, like, exist. But they were so toxic. Like, well, no, Christopher was so toxic, and I didn't like him at all, but, I mean, yeah. Next we have Lorelai and Luke. Everyone, like, loves them. I feel like they're everyone's, like, favorite ship on the show. I don't love them so much. Like, they're fine, but they're not in-game for me. So I'm just gonna say I support them, and I'll put them at the top of it. So yeah, that's my ranks.